Hi everyone, welcome to Vardhan Automation Testing. In this video, I will be explaining you how to configure or set up SpecFlow. There are some steps needs to be followed to configure or set up SpecFlow. Let's see one by one. First, we need to create a new project and select class library, and I'm giving the name as SpecFlow demo and browse where the project should reside and click on OK where a new project will be created. If we see here, a project is created and by default some properties and references are also added. In the same way, one class file is also added. This is my first step. Coming to second step, we need to install SpecFlow. To do that one, go to Tools menu and select Extensions and Updates. And under Online, search for SpecFlow. Here, I already been installed SpecFlow for Visual Studio 2015. So that's the reason it is showing us this image. If it is not installed, there will be an install button. If we click that button, SpecFlow for Visual Studio 2015 will be installed. Third step is we need to add SpecFlow to project reference. Right click on the project, select manage NuGet packages, and search for SpecFlow and install the SpecFlow. This is the reference which will be added to our project. Select OK and select I accept. Now a message will be displayed after SpecFlow is installed. If you see here, successfully installed SpecFlow to SpecFlow demo project. And also if you see under references, techtalk.specflow reference has been added. In this demo video, I will be using NUnit framework. So we need to add some references. To add those references, right click on the project, select manage NuGet packages and search for NUnit. Select NUnit, install it. Click OK. Yes, successfully installed NUnit to SpecFlow demo project. In the same way, select NUnit 3 test adapter, install. Select OK. Successfully installed NUnit 3 test adapter to SpecFlow demo. Now we have completed our environment setup and we are ready for actual scripting. Before proceeding with actual scripting, I will repeat what are the major steps which I have done till now. First step is I have created a project and I have installed SpecFlow from Tools menu, Extensions and Updates. In the same way, I have added SpecFlow references from Manage NuGet packages, and also I have added NUnit adapter and NUnit framework from Manage NuGet packages. These are the 4 steps we have done till now. Now we will move to actual scripting. Before going to actual SpecFlow scripting, first we will prepare Selenium test script. Here I have taken a scenario which is I need to launch codeproject.com, click on search our articles, enter testing and click on search. This is the search functionality which I have taken for today's demo video. Before going to actual Selenium scripting, we need to add some Selenium components. To add those Selenium components, right click on the project, select manage NuGet packages, search for Selenium. If you see here, I already added all the three Selenium components, which are Selenium WebDriver, Selenium.support, and Selenium.WebDriver backed Selenium. Now let me note down what are all the steps needs to be automated. Before that, as I already uh, added NUnit framework, so I'm using directly NUnit.framework. Test public void. Here I'm giving the test method name as such underscore test. Let me note down what are the steps. First, I need to launch browser. In the same way, I need to set the URL which navigate to URL which is codeproject.com. Then next step is click on search our articles. Then enter testing. Then finally click on search button. These are all the steps which I need to be automate. So coming to first step, I need to launch the browser where I will use WebDriver class. To access this class, I need to add the namespace. I need to add the namespace which is openqa.selenium. I'm creating an object for the driver as driver equal to new, and here I'm using Firefox driver. To access this Firefox driver, I need to add the namespace which is openqa.selenium.firefox. My first step has been completed. Then I need to navigate to this particular URL. So driver dot navigate dot go to URL which is codeproject.com. Here I'm copying it and pasting. So now I need to click on search our articles. So right click on search articles, inspect element. Here we are not having ID name, so directly I'm copying the XPath driver dot find element by XPath, paste the value, and click is the action which we need to perform. The error is because of double quotes, change the to single quotes. Then after clicking on search articles, I need to enter value in this edit box. So inspect the element. Here ID is available, so copy that ID. Driver dot find element by ID, paste that ID value. Here we need to enter the value, so I'm using send keys and the value is testing. In the same way, I need to click on search button. So right click on the search button, inspect element. Here I'm having the ID, copy the value, same driver dot find element by ID, paste the value. Here I need to click on this. So click. Let me build the solution and execute. Build started and one succeeded. Run the test method. Here it is showing that that gecko driver.exe file does not exist. So here I need to create one service. So Firefox driver service. Object name is service equal to Firefox driver service dot create default service. Here I need to pass two parameters. First one is driver path and second one is executable file name. This is the place where gecko driver exe file is available. Copy the path. Second parameter is the file name, which is .exe, and I need to pass this service at the time when driver object is created. And also I'm adding one more piece of code, which is implicit wait manage dot timeouts dot implicit wait, where I'm giving from minutes 1 minute. If you want to know any information regarding implicit wait, I already prepared a separate video. You can go through that video, which will explain clearly about this implicit wait. So let me execute this particular test method once again. One build succeeded. Let me execute. Firefox has been launched and it is navigating to codeproject.com. It has to click on search. Testing has been entered, and finally it clicked on search button. I have to use driver.quit, which automatically closes the application. Now we came to actual SpecFlow scripting. Means we need to convert this Selenium test script to SpecFlow test. To do that one, we need to first create a future file, which is the starting point of SpecFlow. Let me create that file. Before that, I'm creating a folder with the name future files. Means in future, if I'm creating any future file, all the files will be available in this particular folder. And right click on the folder, add new item, and under Visual C# items there will be an option SpecFlow future file. Select that one and give the name for that future file. Here I'm giving it as search.future. If you see here, this file has been added, and this future file uses Gherkin language. If you see here, feature, scenario, given, and when, then these are all the Gherkin language keywords. I will prepare a separate video explaining you what is Gherkin language and what are all the keywords available. Gherkin language is a plain English language. Here I'm giving the feature name as search and scenario as search with testing. Given is launch Firefox and navigate to code project when search our articles. When click on search our articles, when when enter testing and click on search button, then value, then results should be visible and browser should close. So these are the steps I have created in search.future file. Now we need to convert this search feature file to step definitions file. To do that one, right click on this file and select generate step definitions. And we can give the class name as search steps. Or if you want to change, we can change also. Click on generate and it will ask where this particular file should be saved. I will give the same project folder and click on save. If you see here, search steps.cs file has been created. And these are all the methods created for these steps which we have created. And copy all the steps, all the Selenium test scripts which we have written previously and paste it in search steps.cs file. This method is for launch Firefox. So I have added this launch Firefox. Here we are getting these errors because we haven't added the namespaces. So copy these namespaces and replace it here. And I need to navigate to this particular URL. So I need to copy this code and paste it in this particular method. The same way I need to click on search articles. To search articles, this is the piece of code. Copy it, paste it here, and then enter testing. So this is the piece of code to enter test. Copy that one and paste it here. And to click on search button, this is the code. Paste it here. And finally, browser should close. So copy this piece of code. Here we haven't written any code to verify the results. So that's the reason I'm just copying only driver.quit. Driver.quit. Here I'm getting an error on driver WebDriver. So I'm creating an object here as public. So now let me execute this particular scenario. Search with testing. Right click on it, run selected. Firefox WebDriver has been launched and it will navigate to codeproject.com. It will click on search articles. It will enter the value testing and finally click on search button. If you see here and click on the output, it will show what are all the steps has been executed, and so it will show the time, execution time taken to execute this particular method. In this way, we can create any number of scenarios. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel, Vardhan Automation Testing, for further videos. Thank you.